is just giving Fender the biggest smooch, bro.
Oh God, these two idiots are here. Great.
Oh, hey, look, it's my other friends. Hey, Mr. Winter, look, it's my friends.
Huh?
Move.
Look,
You're
over there,
what?
my friends.
You're
my
what now?
friends.
Mom
Oh,
said it's
I
my
see.
turn on the Xbox, Gavel. Move.
Bark, bark, woof, woof.
Judge Gavel, I didn't expect to find you here. And you too, Winner.
Hi.
The condescending I was not expecting you here, Gavel, and you, Winner.
We have been conducting inquiries, which have been given that we are in charge of the investigation is hardly strange. What is strange is that you are still here, Mr. Edgeworth. I gave you a warning, did I not? I told you that your badge was at risk. Should our paths cross again, and yet here you are.
Well, you could say I'm a slut for danger. I'm sorry that you thought that I might be so easily discouraged, Your Honor. But I'm not about to let the truth slip from my grasp, no matter what you or the committee might say. I'm here to present a certain someone with evidence that you yourselves should have uncovered.
Woof, woof, bark, bark.
You have more business with me, I take it, Mr. Edgeworth.
Woof.
Oh, I sure do.
Bark.
I do. I promised I would be back to prove that you were the killer, and here I am. This should be amusing. Very well, whenever you are ready.
Objection!
God, what does he
Not
sound
so
like that,
fast. We have some truths of our own to share. First-rate deductions, in fact.
Oh, my fucking God.
Indeed, we are not more certain than ever that Simeon Saint was the murderer.
Yeah, you tell him, Justine.
I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
You tell him, Mom.
And that only he could move Mr. Knight from his cell holding cell to the prisoner proper. We shall prove this beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'm gonna punch you in the face if you keep doing that.
Oh my God.
I wasn't doing anything!
Justine, not.
I'm talking to my roommate. I'm sorry. She's
No,
made us
Justine,
we
just let me
we
play
figured
games
you
on
were.
your phone.
We figured you were, but like the implications of Gavel telling that to someone is like fucking hysterical.
Fucking Eustace playing Angry Birds or some shit on the
Of
phone.
course.
Is
A
your
question.
room,
Are
is your
you
room, like,
quite
in between the
determined to
bathroom?
continue on this course, Mr. Edgeworth? Should you fail to rebuke our decisions, there will be no going back.
Deduction decision.
Yeah, if you fuck
center.
up, it's over.
Your
It's your
very
ass on the line.
career hangs in the balance.
Yeah, loser.
You mean you'll take his badge if you don't like how this goes? That's intimidation!
You bet your ass.
Not at all. If anything, I'm showing him mercy.
That's a weird ass mercy you
This
got.
is not Mr. Edgeworth's case. It never was. And I, under no obligation to hear him out.
Yeah, but you should be under
If
obligation
he
to
is
hear out.
prepared to accept the potential ramifications of his actions, I will allow him one last chance.
Bro, her up heavy
Yeah,
must be
but-
fucking
but
damaging.
As a judge, you should be
Are you
listening to-
truly willing to take the risk to put your beloved badge on the line?
Sure, I've done it before.
But-
Hey, Crow.
Sir?
Like,
Huh.
Hey, Crow.
like she should be willing to listen to the fucking the detective on the
On
like,
the
lead
case.
detective for the investigation on the case, right? Like Gumshoe is here. Gumshoe could just relay everything that Edgeworth is saying.
Yeah,
Like-
but I want to do
like
it.
she
But I want to do
legally-
it.
Yeah,
but I
no,
want to do it!
Is it Gumshoe's name on the game? I think not.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this Detective Gumshoe investigation? No, it's Miles Edgeworth investigations! Bring it
Okay,
on!
what-
Bring it on, bitch! I am confident of my
California
reasoning.
law.
To
And-
California.
Like you to
And-
know my roommate just flipped you off.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, that's right. That's right. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do?
Want to say anything?
I am confident of my reasoning, and what's more, I am representing the firm of Edgeworth & Co. Law Offices, and I do not intend to besmirch its name. This is for you, Daddy!
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say it.
My duty will be done, and I will not be intimidated!
Very well. Let us whether you're brave or simply reckless. By the power vested in me, the almighty goddess of justice, let this judgment commence.
I love how
Hey,
just
Crow.
one word turned that
Eustace,
from her being
if you will
religion.
allow me.
I'll allow it, Justine. Fine by me. He's all yours, Gavel. Fuck, shit.
I
damn.
wasn't even gonna respect if you said no.
Oh,
you
no.
Yeah, let the,
yeah, you tell him, Justine.
just keep-
But Mom!
just keep playing the Angry Birds. Just keep playing the Angry Birds. Let the adults talk, sweetie.
On it, Justine. I'll get the high score for you.
Hey, Crow, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
The animation on her swing down with the hammer, how damaging do you think that down attack is? That shit looks fucking heavy.
How Knight wound up in the prison proper.
Alright, I'm moving positions.
That's fair.
The chessboard in the background.
Thanks for revealing
Oh,
my
shit. Hang on.
Thank you. He assaulted an
Hang on, it's the,
You are aware of the incident involving.
the incident involving Mr. Knight the day before yesterday, I assume? He insulted an innocent guard and stole his key.
He
Got into a roast battle with one of the guards.
You saw him cover with the front, but it looked like Miss Piggy. The guard's like, oh, he fucking crumbles.
I don't think it's picking up, babe. Later, in the middle of moving a large animal cage, Mr. Saint stopped by Mr. Knight's cell for a little visit.
This shit's heavy as fuck.
That's when
This
Mr.
should
Knight
be heavy.
stole out of his cell using the keys he stole. That was the word. I don't fucking know.
The roommate is on your ass. I can hear her in the background.
She's questioning the grammar.
It's your grammar.
Yeah, it's
He
your
slipped into
grammar.
the cage, and there he hid, as he was wheeled into one of the prisoners' workshops. Do you want to come sit with me on the floor so they can actually hear you?
No.
it figures she was going to bring up Mr. Saint going to Knight's cell.
Yesterday, after you were so kindly made us aware of the security footage,
Welcome.
we decided to take a look at it ourselves.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Perhaps you would like to see what we found.
Oh shit.
This is a still from the footage we received.
Oh, you can't see their hands. Oh no.
Yeah, Mr. Saint speaking with Knight at its cell.
Correct. You will also note that his positioned the cage in a way that obscures the camera view. It is this blind spot that Mr. Knight exploited in order to enter the cage undetected. As a sound deduction based on what we can observe, wouldn't you say?
A blind spot, which means that the camera wouldn't have been able to capture the moment Knight entered the cage, if he did at all. So it's still possible that he didn't actually leave his cell at this point.
Get it? Why would Mr. Knight want to hide in the cage?
Because it's a phonetic
There is
fancy
really
cage.
only one possibility. He intended to escape.
A prison break? That's... Mr. Carcerino, Mr. Knight, everybody's doing it.
Carcerino.
I have to step up my game.
No, you don't. Okay, now is really not the time. Go play Angry Birds. Mr. Carcerato's escape is no laughing matter.
It's my belief that Mr. Saint helped Mr. Knight with his escape attempt. That is to say, he was his accomplice.
Wow, go Simeon!
That wasn't a compliment!
What was that? Sorry, there was like a weird noise outside our door. I don't speak German! I understand that the cage was briefly taken to one of the workshops. I imagine that had things had gone to plan, Mr. Knight would have remained in the cage until after the show. And then removed from the premises, along with the rest of the circus equipment. Unfortunately for Mr. Knight, Mr. Saint, on the other hand, had other ideas. He killed his friend in cold blood.
Judge Gavel's argument seems reasonable, but there must be a fault in her logic somewhere, and I'm going to find it. Ace Attorney style, baby. Press and present.
Maybe the fact that the fucking guard's keys went missing and we're only just now hearing about this.
Maybe. Okay. Assaulted an innocent
I wouldn't be
guard and
surprised.
stole his keys. Hold it! Do you have any proof that Knight stole the keys?
I can't think of no other reason for him to carry out such a brutal attack. Once the guard he assaulted regained consciousness, I'm sure he will confirm our suspicions.
Oh, right, no, yeah, there was a guard that just got his shit fucking rocked.
I wouldn't be so sure. Perhaps I should press it further on for reasoning. Press further.
Yes!
Always press further. Sorry, but I believe there is a flaw in your reasoning. If Knight had the keys, there was nothing to stop him from leaving whenever he wanted. Why wait for Mr. Saint? There was no need, surely.
He chose the option he demanded most likely to succeed.
Deemed.
He stole the keys and hid them somewhere. Shut the fuck up, I'm trying. And then he waited for the opportunity. One moment, now I'm messing up because I can't.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Then waited for an opportune moment to present itself.
He
Ugh,
hid
words right now.
the keys? I'm afraid you might have made an uncharacteristic oversight, Your Honor. But Knight wasn't hiding any keys. That has been proven already. And this is the piece of evidence that proves Knight didn't have the keys.
What's the evidence, Edward? What's the evidence?
Well, I mean, it'd be... Gar's tactics keys, including the one in Knight's cell, were stolen. They have yet to be recovered! They have to be recovered! Take that! Oh.
Keys.
Since you know about the incident, I assume you must already know this, but... After the assault, the guards searched both Knight and his cell, and no keys were found. And if the whereabouts of the keys cannot be proven, then neither can your theory!
I have considered the matter of the missing keys, and I do not think it is such an issue. I still believe he had them. After all, the guards only stated that they were unable to locate them. And this is because they were clearly hidden inside the pocket of the chess set.
Knight's chess set. The same set in which the murder weapon was also allegedly hidden.
Was it? I can't help but wonder about that.
What? But you're the one who proposed it!
Actually, if you recall, that was Eustace's assertion.
Oh. So, the two of them are of one mind on this. Yeah, that makes sense.
Allow me to restate the facts. Mr. Knight hid the keys he stole from the guard inside his chess set. When Mr. Saint came to see him, Mr. Knight used the keys to open his cell and climbed inside the cage. He was then to move from his holding cell to the workshop in the prison proper. All with the help of his friend and accomplice. Had things gone according to plan, he would have been taken out of the facility after the show. But they did not. Instead, his accomplice murdered him while a show was taking place in the yard.
Objection! But Mr. Saint was a part of the performance! How would he have even had the time to commit the murder?
Overruled! How indeed? Allow me to explain. As you know, many stage performances allow a set narrative. Yesterday's show was one such example.
She's done her homework, I see.
The suspect played the role of an antagonist, opposite the elephant heroine of the show. In the latter part of the performance, the heroine's love prevails and the villain is defeated. This victory is depicted in very unique manner, whereby the villain is set flying from the stage by the heroine.
Jesus merciful Christ. He's sent flying by the elephant.
Oh!
Ow!
Is it dangerous?
Mary!
Having been ejected from the stage in a manner, the villain had no longer appears in the performance. In other words, the suspect did not appear on stage for approximately 15 minutes.
And you're saying the crime took place during that time?
Yes, I'm afraid so. After all, it had been more of a significant window, and wouldn't you say?
Objection! Ha ha ha! Committing the crime and returning to the stage in that short 15-minute window is only possible, assuming that the murder took place in the prison proper. But in fact, Your Honor, the real scene of the crime was Knight's cell.
I seem to remember telling you that I would not accept that part of the security footage into evidence.
Objection! And you won't have to. I have proof of a different kind.
Very well. Would you be so good as to present it?
Maybe.
What proof do you have that the murder took place in the victim's holding cell?
Kay Faraday. I'm kidding. Kay Faraday did it. It was her. She did it.
Make me see. Oh.
I think it's white floor because the blood.
Yeah, the blood has been confirmed as Knight's.
Take that!
This appears to be a photograph of the floor. Almighty goddess of justice, grant me patience.
That floor you're so dismissive of, Your Honor, has traces of Knight's blood on it!
Yeah.
Traces, you say? Is this evidence reliable? After
Maybe.
all, I don't believe you have access to necessary forensic operation.
Objection!
Operative.
Oh, but I do. I have my resources. A certain blunt instrument, you might say, but a reliable one.
Really blunt. Like round.
The detective.
Excuse me.
Very
Oh,
rotund.
very unfortunate for him. Perhaps before you decide to circumvent the law, you might have considered that the committee's influence extends to the police.
Oh, shit.
Your badge, big boy.
Oh no! Gubby's badge is on the line too?
This is like the 5th time my job's been in peril, so I'm kind of used to it by now.
Hey, edgy boy.
I'm sorry, Gumshoe. I didn't mean to put you at risk as well, but, you know, I guess we're 2 peas in a pod now, buddy.
Technically speaking, 3, because fucking, I'm pretty sure Eddie Fender would also be in that shit.
I will enter the fact that Mr. Knight's blood was found in the holding cell into evidence.
Evidence.
However,
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, like what the
Everyone laughed.
Good luck, idiot. You're
Good luck.
really on the.
Mr. Oh.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, sorry. Let me do the motion to get. Okay. You're really on the edge now, Mr. Worthless.
I like how his fingers were framing the statue in the background perfectly.
Oh, Mr. Winter, I'd forgotten you were there. It was nice while it lasted.
I was playing Angry Birds too. I just butted in to tell you that your entire argument is one big inconsistency. You showed us camera footage of a dog killing Mr. Knight in his cell. Are you saying the mutt also wiped the blood up before it left the scene?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I mean, a dog could
just-
have.
Oh. What other tricks can it do, huh? A blood wiping dog? You're a joke.
Wolf, wolf, bark, bark.
You wouldn't wipe that blood up, wouldn't you, boy? Yes, Helmet, yes you would. You're my little blood
Wolf,
wiper.
bark, bark,
What?
wolf,
Oh, I didn't tell
bark,
you. My
wolf,
bad.
bark.
That was one of the tricks I taught him before our work together was so rudely cut short.
Bark, bark, wolf, wolf.
He's a very tidy boy, you know. Never
I'm
misses
screaming
a
too much.
drop.
I apologize.
Wolf, bark, wolf.
It wouldn't do to leave any evidence after all.
Wolf, bark, wolf. Bark, bark, fuck you, bitch.
Saved by an assassin of all people.
This is technically the second time.
Welcome, Captain Ant-Man,
Jeez
by the way.
Louise, you could have just taught the little guy to shake hands.
The guy has a bigger fucking track record than I do.
Oh, he does that marvelly too. Shake, boy, shake. Here you go. Well put, well put.
Wolf, wolf, bark, wolf, bark.
Although, the way I taught him to do it is somewhat unorthodox.
What, bite
Wolf,
and
bark,
shake?
wolf.
Yeah.
First, he bites down hard on the victim's hand. Then,
La la la. Listening, la la la.
Oh, damn.
I'm also not listening. Sorry,
I
I'm becoming
see.
more like Simeon. Oops.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wolf, bark, bark,
It
wolf.
seems you have gathered some evidence worth considering.
Wolf, bark, wolf, bark, bark, bark,
your
bark, wolf.
understanding is much more.
Yeah, shut up. I'm not that. Okay, wait. I'm not.
There's no objection with him. It's just, nope, shut up, nope, I'm talking, shut up.
No, shut up. I'm talking. I'm not done yet. I just thought of something else.
Overruled.
Right, what is that? Right.
Justine!
Thank you.
What is wrong with you?
Justine!
Thank you.
I was about to be cool, Justine!
Mom!
Somebody's taking no prisoners.
Justine,
No
that's not fair!
Thank you, Your Honor.
There is a God after all.
Oh.
Eustace, would you be so kind as to allow me?
All yours, Gabelle. Yeah.
Well, do you accept the truth now? The crime took place in Knight's holding cell, and the assassin's dog was the killer.
I want to be cool.
Up. Sorry. My position is the same as it was yesterday. Until you explained to me how the dog moved between the prison and the detention center.
Yo, cave.
I cannot accept your theory into evidence.
Hold it!
I think it walked, Verity.
I think I
thought-
just noticed a glitch. I just noticed a glitch.
I thought you might say that, which is why I'd like to show you something else. This piece of evidence shows how the dog could freely travel between the prison and the detention center. Oh!
There's a hole in the ground.
I think I saw like as the scene was transitioning back to Edgeworth, I thought I saw his sprite facing the wrong way and doing the wrong pose.
We can always look back whenever the video gets posted.
Take that! Look at this.
Tunnel.
Tunnel, secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Through the prison.
Through the prison. secret tunnel.
I'm glad you joined in that
what?
little harmony. That was really good. That's really good.
Justine, is that a fucking secret tunnel?
We should make an acapella group.
that?
We should make an acapella group. I'm just saying. We click that shit. It's a secret passageway. It runs beneath the prison.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, what? A secret passageway?
It was dug by one Mr. Rocco Cosareto.
Oh.
Escapee.
I'm trying to make Eustace sound really fruity. It's not really working for me.
It's working, to me.
I like the voice you're using right now. It's really good. It leads from his prison cell to a certain holding cell in the detention center. Yes, the very one where the victim was being held.
It's a bullshit.
Shit, Justine!
Well, this is certainly a surprise. To think that this was beneath our feet the entire time.
Justine, we're fucked!
Bark, bark, wolf, bark.
Sorry, I keep calling her Justine. Verity, we're fucked!
Mr. Kanis, you knew of this tunnel, didn't you? Because it's the same tunnel that was used to carry out the murder. Who said overruled? It was her.
Oh, me. In the name of the goddess of justice, overruled! Mr. Edgeworth, you are out of line.
Hold it! I am in line, bitch! How so, Your Honor?
Overruled! Evidence is everything. Whether in a court of law or at the scene of an investigation. Isn't that your little catchphrase?
No, mine is brain
Well,
blast.
it just so happens I have some evidence of my own. Bronco's night, oh my god.
Autopsy.
Broncos?
Autopsy report. My brain isn't working.
Not an autopsy report.
No, wait a
The
minute.
autopsy.
Are you?
Is it up? Wait, Cavell, is it updated?
Did you fucking use the updated autopsy report on me?
Next, you're going to cut Gumshoe's salary.
His
Real quick,
updated autopsy report? No, that's my thing!
Real quick, Trent, we in the future we need to do the fucking little video of Edward dancing, but it's just Cavell.
Oh, shit. Oh, this is what right feels like. This sucks!
Where did we get that?
How do you not know you had it?
The police handed it to me a short while ago.
Oh, gimme, I want gimme.
Let me read it.
Gimme.
Son, shut up.
Oh.
Findings are still preliminary, but it has something of value to tell us nonetheless.
Cavell seems like the type of mother to use a ruler.
The goddess of justice speaks to us through these passages, Mr. Edgeworth. No, I do not abuse my children. Stab wound to the throat, and the weapon is the shape of a sharp blade of sort.
Yeah.
It seems the victim was stabbed repeatedly in the same spot,
28.
resulting in an ugly wound.
28 stab wounds.
The police have yet to identify the shape of the weapon, but it's an overall natural, seemed to be beyond question. It is a blade metal? Why is my brain not working?
Yes, metal.
Yes.
I'm really tired.
Metal.
In the light of this evidence, do you truly wish to continue with your flight of fancy? Or will you now claim that the dog used a knife instead?
It's just in the background, the assassin is just like, oh yes, I trained him to do that too.
That will be all.
Still been proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt, it couldn't have been Simeon. Fuck.
That will be all.
Fender in the background, actually.
Objection!
Fuck.
But the tunnel! The paw prints!
Hold! Oh, that's not me.
Hold it! What of them? Helmet is something of a wanderer. Perhaps he just happened to cross this tunnel one day. Although I couldn't say for certain. I myself cannot wander quite so freely. That would be quite a coincidence, but I can't prove it's not the case either.
I mean, you could, considering it was being covered by a fucking punching bag.
She sure knows how to keep a secret, huh? Kinda wish she'd kicked us in the teeth a little earlier with that.
She was
I wish she didn't at all.
She was fucking baiting me. She had that autopsy report the whole time. Waiting for the perfect moment to crush me with that autopsy report. God, this sucks. God,
Smarty bitch.
Is this what being a defense attorney's like? God, this fucking sucks ass.
And yeah, Phoenix has been a defense attorney for years.
And I fell for it.
Phoenix
Hook,
is
line,
seizing up
and
a storm
sinker.
right now.
Phoenix is like, Jesus.
What the fuck?
You are lead attorney for the defense, correct, Mr. Fender?
Maybe.
This interim autopsy report in question. I do apologize for the delay.
Let me read this.
Yeah, no sweat. Thanks for hooking us up.
Ew.
I could hear how salty and like upset he was about it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it showed in the sprite work too.
It really did, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yep, this all checks out. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mr. Fender, a handshake is not necessary when receiving official court documents, you know.
He's just a friendly guy. What the fuck?
So please feel free to let go of my hand.
He's a walking HR complaint.
After all.
True.
Was just trying to be friendly, Your Honor.
Had you lingered a moment longer, the goddess of justice would have spoken through my gavel.
To you.
He's fucking crazy!
Both of you
again.
are HR complaints.
Again, like I said, her
Alright,
downswing is fucking deadly.
I got it.
Nice work, Gavel. Just like we planned it.
Yes, that was such an
God,
idea.
you are such a cuck.
I did only as you intended.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's
I've
go
planned
team.
everything.
Yeah.
This report came from the police. I have no choice but to accept its legitimacy.
Is it bad? I'm kind of glad that Phoenix isn't the one having to deal with Eustace.
Yeah, but if the dog didn't kill Knight, then that takes Kanis out of the running.
The goddess of justice speaks to me, Mr. Edgeworth. She is merciful. She tells you that you might keep your badge if you finally abandon this fruitful quest.
What's our move, sir? I think she really means it this time. What do you think, detective? My answer remains the same, Judge Gavel. I will see my duty done, and I will not be intimidated.
Even with how things stand, you will refuse to concede? This may very well be your last chance. Your badge hangs by a thread.
Real quick, we get like one of those options, like how we get in like Phoenix's games, where it's just like you can say yes or no, and it gives us that little side story. We're just like, fuck him. Simeon can float or sink or swim.
Then let it fall if it must. I have something far more important to protect as an associate attorney. My client.
The goddess of justice is no doubt saddened by your refusal to accept another offer of mercy.
Oh, who said this? Oh, shit.
Attaboy, Miles. That's what I like to see. Looks like the defense never rests is finally starting to mean something to you.
Why, he's so on his ass about this shit.
Credit to your old man, though. He's the one who said it first.
My father?
In fact, I swear I saw Gregory's spirit in you for a second there. Was that Mia? Which one's the dead one?
Mia.
Mia.
Mia's
Mia.
the dead one.
Mia. I forget which one's dead all the time.
Yeah.
You
it's
said that you've
yeah. Mia's the one that said she doesn't really like me very much, but that might be because I called her a bimbo that one time. You know.
Hey, real quick, Snarky. Mia, it has an I, that means I am fucking dead.
Good way to remember that.
Yeah.
Good way to remember. Mia, I am fucking dead. Okay, got it.
Okay, I need to run to the bathroom.
All right.
Okay.
Alright, I'll read this next line really slowly.
Oh, I was gonna say my roommate said she could take over if you guys don't care.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, no,
Go
that's
right
fine.
ahead.
Okay.
I didn't
Fender.
believe
Don't fucking read it!
you at first, but I'm starting to.
Thank you, Fender. Thank you.
Swarmsy little prick.
Alright, kids and Gumshoe.
Flying Edgeworth as a kid.
This is where the rubber really hits the road. Put your thinking caps on. It's make or break time. If it's true that Knight was off with a bladed weapon, does our whole case really fall apart?
A bladed weapon? Of course. There were 5 chisels in Kanis' cell when we last looked. A former assassin certainly wouldn't struggle to commit murder with a tool like that. In which case, the weapon that killed Knight was...
This is gonna be fun.
Oh shit! What? Oh shit! No,
hang on,
you.
I'll let you read
Get
it.
through faster, bitch.
Hang on, I'll let you read it. Right there.
Gavel.
Have you quite finished? It would be in your best interest to concede.
Hold it! I'm not letting you read. You can't read. You're not allowed to read. Evidence is everything. I'm gonna be a petty little bitch. I'm gonna be a petty little bitch.
It's just Edgeworth plugging his ears. No, I can't hear you.
It may well be my little catchphrase, but it's also true. So the murder weapon was a sharp blade. Then where is it? The guards didn't find it.
Crow.
No, sorry. I was reading the different translations of Edgeworth's name. Hold on.
I was playing Angry Birds Space.
I was playing Angry Birds. Give me a second. Why can't you let this go? So what if they didn't find it? What are you driving at?
Huh.
Next one he opens, it's fucking Bad Piggy.
What
with the
if
fucking cart thing.
I were to tell you that I now know where the real murder weapon was? Hmm? And
Huh?
it was right under our noses the whole time. Indeed.
For a second.
It was one of Mr. Kanis' chisels!
What?
Oh my god.
Although, I would advise you to stop bombarding us with your
Irresponsible.
irresponsible, half-baked theories, Mr. Edgeworth. You have repeatedly insisted that Mr. Knight was killed in his cell by a dog.
I simply go where the evidence takes me, both in the courtroom and at the scene of the crime. I just go with the flow. If the murder weapon was in fact a chisel, then yes, the murderer could not have been the dog. Looks like you got off easy this time, you little mutt. But that begs the question of what exactly it was we saw in the security footage.
Bark!
Oh yeah, the security footage. How do you explain that, Mr. Smarty Pants?
An excellent question. The footage shows the
Dog dump.
jumping on
Dog.
somebody. Mr. Kanis' dog jumping up at Knight. The dog attacked Knight, but he didn't kill the man.
He didn't.
No, Knight was merely knocked out. The dog didn't drag a corpse to the tunnel. He dragged an alive but unconscious Knight. The real killer was the dog's master.
Oh, I get it. By bringing Knight here, Mr. Kanis could finish the job.
He was going to win the chess game. I couldn't allow it. Okay. Miss Faraday.
Oh my god, I was almost doing the wrong voice. And he could definitely use one of his cliches to do it.
Yeah.
I need to go back.
Yeah. Do that one again.
Thank you. And he could definitely use one of his chisels to do it.
Yeah.
I've been writing like 2 5-page papers the past like 2 weeks.
Ew, that's
I need
disgusting.
to go to bed at a
Wow.
normal hour.
Correct. You, Bodhidharma Kanis! You're the only one who could have done it!
Bark, bark, wolf, bark.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, you ever get this on your report card?
Oh god, we're not doing this again.
Refuses to listen. Must learn to respect others.
Are you asking me or confessing to what's on yours?
Ooh.
We already searched Mr. Kanis' cell from top to bottom. Right, Gavel?
See how you could. That thing is filled up with some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, I have eyeballs. Anyway.
All 4 of them.
Oh,
4.
go ahead.
Yes.
4.
We've even inspected his chisels.
Oh,
All
right.
4 of them.
there was a small one.
There wasn't a single speck of blood.
Hold it! Why, thank you, Your Honor. You have just confirmed my theory.
I have. What exactly do you mean?
The last time we were here, there were 5 chisels, not 4.
Ew.
Oh yeah, I remember counting them. Definitely 5.
Sorry, I was muted. And the one that's missing is...
The small one. The one we thought might be a pocket chisel. Mr. Kanis, where did you hide that chisel? A pocket chisel? And what use might I have for such a thing, I am rarely allowed to leave my cell. In which case, he shouldn't have had the chance to dispose of the weapon. Oh. Ha! You've dug your own grave, Mr. Kanis.
You seem to have an idea where this missing chisel might be, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you enlighten us?
For a man who can't leave his cell of his own volition, Kanis could only have hidden the chisel here.
Muting to call Connor real quick because he's calling me. Be right
Okay.
Okay.
Take
If
that!
the man talks, I'll talk for him.
Mr. Kanis is still a prisoner despite the comfort he enjoys. He is rarely allowed out of his cell. He could have given the chisel to his dog to leave somewhere, but that would have been far from ideal. He would have no way of guaranteeing where it might end up. Intriguing. Do go on, Mr. Edgeworth. Furthermore, this room is the one place where a bladed instrument wouldn't raise an eyebrow. 4 chisels, 5 chisels, who's counting? A fact he could take full advantage of.
The old keeping... fuck. I also started misreading the words. The old keep the incriminating evidence close routine. Classic. I'm also talking, but I looked! I searched the whole cell myself, and there's just nowhere he could have hidden it.
Objection!
I'm back.
I am certain.
I got on my hands and knees, and I searched top to bottom.
I am certain that the murder weapon is here, and that the reason why no one has found it yet is because it was hidden in such an ingenious manner. Hold it! Do enlighten us, Mr. Edgeworth. What was my ingenious plan?
Trent, I do have to leave my phone on 2%.
Alright, got it. Think,
Alright.
Miles. There must be a hiding spot he could make use of. Think about when you came here previously. What are you missing?
Snarky?
He's not showing us up permanently, right?
Bark, 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 bark. The pupper.
The dog. He hasn't made a sound. You mutt! When we were here before, he barked and growled repeatedly. Kanis even encouraged him to do so. That must be it. I knew something was off. I can
No
hardly
puppy
believe it,
noise.
but I think I know where he hid the murder weapon. Giving up already? I expected more of you, Mr. Edgeworth. Hold it! Hold it! As well you should, if you would give me a moment. For this piece of evidence shows where you hid the murder weapon. It was inside the dog! Take that! Your dog. He seems unusually quiet today.
Mr. Kanis, if you would be so kind to open Hamlet... Oh my god. Helmut's mouth.
Oh, come now. He hasn't barked because he is a well-behaved boy. I had ordered him to last time. Then order him again, this instant.
It's not like we're asking for the world, Mr. Canis. Or do you have something to hide?
If you insist. Come on, Helmet, open up. And there we have it. A chisel that was small, easy, and...
Oh, what?
Stop, don't interrupt me.
A chisel in the dog? Why is there a chisel in the dog?
Why is there a Jack Ripper in the horse? I don't fucking know, Sebastian!
and then Jack Ripper came out of the horse.
I thought he'd been strangely quiet. I guess his brain had finally caught up.
I'm 5 steps from realizing everyone's 10 steps ahead.
Eustace. Why don't you be a good boy and call forensics? Tell them it's urgent.
Okay. Hello, forensic.
Our findings are as follows. Traces of blood were detected on the chisel.
What?
Not such a half-baked theory after all, was it?
Alright, so we're all on the same page here. This is our murder weapon, yeah?
The forensic evidence cannot be ignored. We have not chose, but to concede. This is most likely the case.
Well...
Oh man, Justine! Verity!
Mr. Canis, in light of the discovery of the murder weapon, the court demands that you explain yourself.
Justine, what are we gonna do? Arrest him more?
We found the route
I don't know, darling.
We found the route your dog took to the holding cells, and now we have the chisel. How do you propose to talk your way out of this one? You never fail to entertain, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why do he always laugh even me?
Poor Helmut. How could they suspect us? You leave me little choice. I shall simply have to share with you the truth. I did not kill anyone. I have grown tired of killing. Something's not right. Why is he so calm?
Very well. The court will hear Mr. Canis' testimony.
Well, we're not in court, Justine.
If you would be so kind. I don't care. Everywhere I go is court.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Okay,
Also, is it
whatever,
legal?
Justine.
If you say anything, I'll throw you off this case.
Okay, Justine.
Gladly. Oh, shit. Canis' defense. Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to have been. I never knew this knight. I had no contact with him, no connection whatsoever. Given that it is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead? Could it be you are suggesting that it was my canine companion who had the motive instead? Helmut only bares his fangs when I tell him to. I am not so bloodthirsty that I would kill a man I did not know.
Weren't you an assassin? I feel like that would be the definition
that
of...
way.
Well, yeah, but also he's not being paid.
Yeah, I was about to say, an assassin, that makes even more sense, because you gotta be paid to kill someone, you know? It's not like, you can't do it for free. Huh. An assassin who only kills his acquaintances? Not the soundest business model, I agree. My work required me to deal with strangers, of course, but murder for its own sake? That's not my style. So I need to prove a link between Knight and Kanis. I should go over the evidence again and see what I can discover. I'm already seeing something off with statement numero 2 right here. No contact with him, no connection whatsoever. Hold it! You didn't know who he was. That's quite unlike you, Mr. Kanis. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Perhaps you had a harder time putting me in here than I had realized, but I am no master criminal. That said, you are no run-of-the-mill prisoner either. You're the fixer, correct? I find it highly unlikely that a man in such a position would have no knowledge of the new detainee at all. Hold it! Then you have a rather inflated idea of my position. I have my connections, yes, but I am not all-knowing. And I knew nothing of Mr. Knight. Yeah, no, wait a minute. They had a fucking chess game together. They had a chess game together. Like, look! It was this! It was this! Objection! Oh! I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. You're getting sloppy, Mr. Kanis. You may have trained your dog to clean up your mess, but some things still require a human touch. We found this inside the victim's room. It's the record of a game of correspondence chess. What's more, the game depicted matches the game laid out on your board! What? The number of possible games has been calculated to be 10 to the power of 120, and that's on the low end.
Wait! So that's 10 times? 10? 120 times over? Right? 100, 1,000. I give up. I mean, what do you even call a number that big?
It's close to a Google.
A vanishingly unlikely coincidence, that's what. Now tell us why you killed Knight! Unless, that is, you would prefer to explain the coincidence. Well, they do say that truth is stranger than fiction. It is, as you say, a coincidence.
But that's totally impossible. We just proved that.
A coincidence of a different kind, child. I never imagined my correspondent was the victim, you see. And yet, here we are. Helmet is as surprised as I am, aren't you, Helmet? Yes, yes. Didn't even fucking know that. Damn. I suppose there's nothing for it but to finally tell the truth, boy. The other prisoners had all gone to the yard, you see. There was a show of some sort, I believe. Here I was minding my own business, when in comes Helmut dragging a corpse of all things. I had quite the shock, not least because the murder weapon was still in the poor fellow's neck. Of course, I was none too keen on becoming a suspect, so I had Helmut take the body to the workshop. Once there, he removed the murder weapon and brought it back to me, just as I had asked. The dog pulled out the murder weapon in the workshop? Indeed he did. Removing it here would have made an awful mess, after all.
You know something. That makes total sense. Remember what Mr. Swat said to Mr. Edgeworth? Wait, I'm too tired.
Ooh, that huge black dog! Had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat! What did you just say? It was hellish, utterly hellish! That beast, that awful beast, he killed him! I see. So what Mr. Sawat actually saw was Helmet removing the murder weapon then. Precisely. I can say I was a little disappointed that he was spotted, of course. Silly boy, it's not like you to slip up like that, is it now? And there you have it. That is about all there is to tell. I did not kill the man. At most, I am responsible for the removal of the weapon. Now, will that be all? Poor Helmet is growing restless.
Objection!
Sorry, but if you could entertain us for just a little longer, Mr. Kanis.
Fender?
Defender.
No offense, Palio, but I don't think you quite told us everything. I'm sure we'd all like to know why you thought you needed to pull the chisel out in the first place.
He's right. It makes sense that he would move the body to avoid suspicion. But Kanis had no reason at all to recover the murder weapon. So, the mute one isn't as dumb as I thought.
I resent those words.
Please answer the question, Mr. Kanis.
Gumshoe eats them.
It was because of the bell. The one attached to the chisel and the one around Helmut's neck. have a very distinct design, if you will. Of course, they were something of a trademark of yours, were they not?
I don't get it. How does that even work?
Bodhidharma Kanis, the blind butcher. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear. You flatter me. Though it's been some years since you last saw one of them, you remember them well. Your knife and its attached bell were one of the pieces of evidence seized in our case against you. Yes, it was but one of my bells. One of only 2 in existence.
Just 2?
2 and only 2. One for my knife, and one for my beloved Helmut. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all. And I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. When Helmut brought the body to my cell, I was rather surprised to hear a familiar sound. At first I was sure that my knife had been used to do the deed. But no, a chisel. An ordinary chisel. It's certainly no assassin's blade. Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement. Compounding the matter is the fact that I am the only person in this prison permitted to use such tools. It was clear that I would become the prime suspect. And so, the chisel had to be removed and hidden.
I had an Edgeworth brain blast moment.
Hold it! I love a good brain blast. You still claim that all you did was have the dog move the body, that you had nothing to do with the killing? Hold it? How could I? I told you the chisel is not mine. You need not take my word, Mr. Edgeworth. Why not have it checked for fingerprints?
Eustace.
Me? But I don't know how to check for prints. Verity.
Get forensics.
Oh, right, sure thing.
That animation always looks so fucking painful. Holy That's my
we got him!
console.
Fingerprint! I also like the Wii. Fingerprints, they're Mr. Knight.
And Mr. Kanis's?
Nope. Just Mr. Knight's. Oh, and forensics said there's no sign of any prints having been wiped off.
Only Knight's fingerprints. This isn't good.
Should I get them to check again?
Now do you see? I've never so much as touched the chisel. Helmut carried it in his mouth, that is all. Therefore, any prints must belong to whoever had it last.
Can we get, like, dog tongue prints? Is that, like, a thing we can do?
So the murder weapon belonged to the victim? Oh, that's not helpful.
Oh, that's a baseball!
Oh, that's a baseball!
As I said, I have not touched the chisel. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise? I've got nothing to counter with! But what
Counter?
What could this mean? Is he not the killer after all? Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be!
I'm sure this goes without warning, Mr. Edgeworth. It's saying not warning. But if you don't find a solution to your current predicament, and quickly, I will have little choice but to relieve you of your badge.
They do this all the time in Ace Attorney. They do it all the time in Ace
I
Attorney.
know they do it all the time. This is what makes me angry, though.
I know, right? I hate it.
Like, I can understand it for the Phoenix Wright games because they need to have an excuse for Wright to stay on the case to find the actual murderer, since it's a murder mystery game, right? But
Yeah.
But for Edgeworth,
Even my patience has limit.
has a limit, and I will not tolerate you throwing the investigation into chaos. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. You've done it now, sir. She's serious. I hate to admit it, but the fingerprints turn everything on its head. Without more evidence, I'm back to square one.
Wait! Something doesn't add up! A few things, actually. What would Mr. Knight have needed for a chisel for?
You can do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of prison, for one.
Right? Then how do you get it in here? There is no way the guards would let him bring a super sharp tool in with him, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey! Earth to Edgeworth!
Sorry, I was dozing.
You can't stand there hemming and hawing just of a little setback. The important thing is finding the truth, you know.
I'm thinking, Kay!
It doesn't matter how we get there. As long as we save Simeon in the end, we can't give up now or ever.
I can't hear myself think, Kay!
I'm trying to figure it out! Yeah, what she said! Just try and concentrate, Mr. Edgeworth! Oh my god, you two.
Yeah, don't let the voices overwhelm you. I'll second that. You won me around with that, okay? I'm half tempted to offer you a job for real. That was a
Yeah,
really
Mr.
weird way of saying
Edgeworth,
that.
you just gotta believe in yourself.
Oh my God,
It's
shut up,
like
shut up,
I
shut up.
said,
Shh.
the defense never rests. Wake up! Grab your brush and put a little makeup.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pull the thing of like, wake up! You've been in a coma for 5 years, Edgeworth!
You've been in a coma ever since you were shot in that elevator. It wasn't your dad, it was you. Or rather, like your pop said, what do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guesses?
The heart of those words.
It's like this. As defense attorneys, our client's fate rests on our shoulders. We're the only ones they can turn to. Simeon's our client, and we're the only ones who can save him. So we can't rest, not while he's counting on us. I'm not about to turn my back on your old man's legacy. Are you? You know, because you worked for Von Karma.
Oh my god!
And
You
were
keep
adopted by
bringing that
Von
up.
Karma?
Shut up!
The guy who killed your dad and stood against everything he believed in? You
Von
suck.
Karma?
I get it, okay? I picked the wrong person to
You're
call
dead,
daddy, okay?
Dad!
I'm an associate
You-
with the defense now.
You suck and Gumshoe eats a lot?
No. I'm an associate with my father's firm. That's the role I've chosen, and that means that if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. I will honor my father's vision and save Simeon Saint. No matter
You
what
are
setbacks,
melodramatic.
no matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I must simply find another.
Are you sure you didn't want to go into theater, Edgeworth?
What's one?
He is gay.
There we go! That's the Miles Edgeworth I know! Now let's find a new path forward! We can start by trying to figure out how Mr. Knight brought that chisel into the prison!
Right. How would Knight have managed to bring a chisel in here? I'll assume the chess set. Because he had Simeon get it for him. Take that! Usually, it wouldn't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected.
Because of the security gates, right?
Correct. But we already know that checks at one of the gates have been entirely thorough of late. Namely, the gate at the entrance to the detention center.
That gate is only used to scan people.
Any items that are brought into the facility are only subjected to a cursory check.
Are you telling me that the chest was set to put them through the metal detector?
It should have been. At least it seems the guards have grown a little lax in that regards of late.
Oh my god! Oh, wait. Knight took advantage
What
of this
the
little
hell just
oversight and had Mr. Saint bring in the chisel
PD flashback.
hidden
Did
inside his
anybody-
pocket chest set.
Did anybody see any chipmunks run through here just a second ago?
That does answer one of our questions. It suggests that the chisel was indeed Mr. Knight's and not Mr. Kane's.
However, we still have one rather pressing problem to address. That of the security footage in which Mr. Knight is attacked by a dog. How does one explain it if Mr. Kanis was not the culprit?
But then, how do you explain his prints not being on the murder weapon? This one's a real three-piper.
The
Not like
court,
floor
too,
piper, that bitch is
finds itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation.
Wait, sir! I think it might be time to show you another one of my secret weapons!
Is it your stomach?
No! No! Why would it be my... Introducing secret weapon number 4. Lil V! What sort of name is that, detective? What? I came up with myself, sir. Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage. An excellent idea. Perhaps then you might finally see that I am telling the truth. Who knows if there's anything to be found, but it has to be worth a try. Alright, want me to talk you through how to use it, sir? See, I'm not exactly familiar with the video analysis techniques. Perhaps I should hear him out. No! No, I'm sure it won't be that complicated. Whatever you say, sir. Now let's fire Little V up. Remember, just examine anything that catches your eye and you'll do fine. Footage from Knight's holding cell. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. But suppose we're wrong. What could we be looking at instead? Could the person in the footage be someone other than Knight? And if so, could whoever's attacking them be something else too? I should keep both questions in mind while reviewing the footage. You never know what you're gonna see once you start looking at things up close. Check every detail, sir. You'll find something, I'm sure. What in this footage seems odd? Alright, well... I mean, obviously it's the fucking dog. Hang on, pause. No, not that. Not that, no. Okay, yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Thanks, Edgeworth. Thanks, Edgeworth. Thank you, Edgeworth. Alright. Oh, here we go. I can frame by frame it. I wish I could go faster, though.
Don't find it too fast. I gotta go pee.
Alright. I'll find it. Okay, wait a damn minute. I'm looking at this footage. Wait. I need to see it, like, right there. No, you're not! That's the... Oh, my God. Alright. Okay, let me just... No. Here? Oh my god! Alright, hold on. I need to fucking... Pause video, zoom on top right. Oh, I have to zoom? I'm sorry, I have to use a guide because, like, this shit's, like... Okay. How about now? Fuck! Okay, Ugh. This is annoying. Alright. Oh, here we go. Sir, why am I saying sir? That should be Gumshoe. Sir, look! I suspect we may have made a critical error of judgment. What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is... a bear, cat, pig, bear? That's not a dog. It's a bear.
What? So those paw prints from the photo I took?
We're not canine, but ursine. A bear? So that could mean... Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? And if we were mistaken about the creature in the footage, it's not inconceivable that we were mistaken about the person in the footage too. Maybe there's something in there that could prove it, sir. Something that shows it wasn't Knight. You're right. We can't see the person's face, which means a direct identification is out of the question. But perhaps there's something that can tell us who they are indirectly. Indirectly? Like the mirror? Yes. It's certainly worth a look. Alright, so we just gotta zoom the mirror. Play it. I said play it. It's not letting me play. Hang on, I might have to... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So, zoom. Oh, wait a minute. He's wearing a fucking police hat. The figure is reflected in the mirror here, too. Is that a hat? Say, that look like the hats the guards wear, sir? Ah, jeez, is that what I think it is? Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a guard recently? No, not that I heard of. This may not be a guard at all, but somebody dressed as one. Perhaps this might shed a little light on the matter of the hat. The stolen uniform. I was wondering when that was going to come to play. Take that! So no guards have been reported being attacked by an animal as far as we know. But we did hear about a guard's spare uniform being stolen. Could the person in the security footage perhaps be someone disguised as a guard? Someone attempting to escape without being noticed? A guard disguise? I guess it might work. Wait, weren't we just talking about someone? They were indeed. Someone who seems to have successfully made his escape. We'd assume that it was Knight in the security footage.
Well, it was his cell. It's hardly a crazy theory.
Perhaps. But now that we know about the hole under the bed, it is no longer the only possibility. Whoever had access to the tunnel could very well be the one caught on camera.
And who was that, Mr. Edgeworth? Would you care to tell the court who you believed this person to be?
You should know that, you dumbass! Oh,
oh, relax. The person in the security footage is... Take that! I believe I know who our guard in disguise is. It is none other than Rocco Carcerato, the prisoner who recently escaped from this facility. I'm confident that it's him because he was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion.
Little Mippy, little Mippy.
Bear, the video's all black.
Indeed. We have evidence that explains why. The evidence that explains the polar bear's dark fur is...
The mud?
Oh, the mud? Take that! Take that? Oh! Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank Sarwat's testimony.
Wait, Trent, I have a question.
Yeah?
Have you ever played this game?
Yeah?
Okay. I just wasn't sure, like, if this is, like, your first time going through the entire thing or not.
Yeah, no, I mean, I played we went through the fan translation at least, but, like, no, this is the first time I'm playing the translated version. Ooh, that's the rubber glove I dropped! Would you care to explain why it's so dirty? Oh, of course! Remember one of the pet treatments I'm apprenticing! I was given one of the animals, I must back right up about the incident happened! I see! I don't know what's happening with that thing! It's showing... Oh, God. I'm not doing that anymore. Just fucking, you know what he said. You know what he said. We all know what he said. We all know what he said. Just fucking... Yeah. Mud. I love mud. While the circus performance was underway, he was given one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
Could have been.
Indeed. Our polar bear.
Overruled! Mr. Edgeworth, your last assertment simply introduces yet another contradiction.
Objection!
The
Objection!
bitch, let me talk.
No! I fully understand, Your Honor, and your doubts are entirely justified. Mr. Sawat mentioned applying the mud pack while the circus performance was underway, and this does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning the security footage.
It does?
Yes, let's put it this way. When would you expect the footage to have been recorded, Kay?
If it was taken right after applied the mud pack treatment, it would have been around 9 a.m.
In which case, something isn't right about the footage.
Really? And what's that?
What new contradiction does the security footage introduce relative to when it was recorded? Oh. Take that! Mr. Sawat said he administered the treatment at around 9 a.m., in which case the security footage should also show a time of around 9. However, the timestamp says 6:42 a.m. On the day of the murder, the prisoners all went out to the yard to watch the circus. All except 3. Mr. Kanis, who remained in his cell in maximum security. Mr. Sawat, who was administering a mud pack treatment at the workshop. And Rocco Carcerato, who had been awaiting that precise moment to put his escape plan into action. I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sawat before entering the tunnel. Hey, look at the little bear. Look at him go.
He was gonna fucking leave the bear?
This motherfucker gonna leave me behind! And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sawat's grasp to run after its human. Wait, come back, little bear! Come on, you go! Mr. Sawat would have then left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw Mr. Kanis' dog retrieving the murder weapon from Mite's body. It all fits perfectly, except for the security footage, which should have been recorded from around 9 a.m. However, the timestamp is 3 hours off.
But why would the timestamp be wrong?
Detective, I'd like you to have the security camera examined. Right away, please. I'm back, sir. I just talked to the guards and... my head itches. Seems like the time codes can slip on these cameras if they lose power. What? They're pretty old, sir. Guess the clock stops when the power's off. Which would mean the power was off for approximately 3 hours at some point. Well, shit. That's not all, sir. Remember how Knight denied stealing the keys? No one believed him considering, well, you know, he seemed kind of like the only suspect. Turns out that wasn't all he said. He also said he was knocked out cold, just like the other guy. Which may not yet necessarily have been a lie. Oh, shit. Who wants to take over Lagarde?
I'll take it.
Alright.
Darlings, there you all are! How goes the investigation? Is there anything I could do to help things along?
Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden Lagarde. The escapee, Mr. Carcerato, I believe he may still be on the premises. He is disguised as a guard. Here's the proof, should you need it. We're reasonably certain that the person captured on this tape is our man. And if I'm correct, he might even be right here in this room with us now. He's in this very room!
It could be you. It could be me. It could even be...
Yeah, Mr. would be wearing would have been wearing a bracelet, right?
Yes, a bracelet that could easily be hidden under the sleeves of his stolen uniform. Furthermore, the doors out of the prisoner proper don't have those sensors that detect the bracelets installed. So if he avoided doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape.
Well, yes, I suppose he could. He'd just have to avoid the workshops and the cells and... oh my. He's one of you, isn't he? He's here right now!
It's me.
Rise, you fucking traitor son of bitches! I'm gonna get you! Oh, hey, buzz off! Get your machado off me, you big palooka! Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm our suspicions. You're welcome, bitch! Ah! Dang it, kid! If it wasn't for you, I'd have... What a thing it is to be loved, huh, Mr. Carcerato? I'm almost envious.
Yeah, nobody loves you, Edgeworth.
Yeah, no one loves me, except my husband.
Gods! Apprehend this man!
A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. If we are to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him. With your permission, of course.
I can hardly say no now, can I?
Well, come on, then. Hibooty a shot! Mr. Carcerato's escape route led directly into Knight's cell, so it's highly possible he has something to offer. Tell me what you were doing on the day Mr. Knight's body was discovered. Around the time of discovery. I'm all fucking stanced up. So it was you guys, huh? You're the ones who found my secret getaway tunnel. You know how long it took me to dig that friggin' thing? I had me a guard uniform, a hole dug, a plan in place, so I went for it on the day you found the guy. But then this little guy just had to come right after me. The sack of fur was covered in mud too. Had to go back to our cell. Damn right, bolts are a little bit hard. I would have got away with it too if somebody had enough night and brought you bums down here. You claim to have dug that tunnel just now. How exactly did you do it? How? Use everything I could to get my hands on, see? Hammers, spoons, you name it. Spent every dime I had on this cock-a-me fixer. And what do I got to show for it now, huh? Do not be disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day. There's an outside chance Mr. Carcerato and Knight met face to face just before Knight's death. I should see what other details I can extract from him. There we go. Okay, that's not suspicious. Not suspicious. I want to press it. Hold it! Hold it! The uniform, was that from the Fixer too? Uh-huh, sure was. Already had something on one of the guards. Had the guy swipe it from a pal's locker. And were you wearing it when you were crawling through the tunnel? Nope, would've got dirt on it. Had to hold on to it till I got to the holding cell. Once I got out of there and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. Here we go, I thinks. Freedom beckons. And then the furball comes and jumps at me. Which would have been the moment captured on camera. I see. I'd be grateful if you could add that to your testimony. Once I was out of that tunnel and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. Why, though? Wait a minute. Why? No, wait. Why? Why, though? Because, like, think about it, right? If he was in the middle of a fucking jail cell, why would it be a piece of cake to open it up? He didn't have the keys, did he? Hold it. Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake, you say? Sure. Anything seems easy after dragging yourself through the hole in the ground. And you are familiar with the layout of the detention center, even though you live in the prison? Well, why wouldn't I be? It ain't like I've never been there before. If he's familiar with the detention center, then he'd surely be aware that unlike the doors in the main prison, the holding cell doors are locked with actual keys. And I'm sure Mr. Carcerato would have needed that particular piece of evidence to make his escape. Yeah! Yeah, exactly! You don't have the fucking keys! You've lost the key! Objection! Oh, sweet, sweet child. You claim that leaving the holding cell would have been a piece of cake, as you put it. Yeah, you got a problem with that? Because we can make it a problem if you catch my drift. Even once you had reached Knight's cell, you still had another door to contend with. How exactly did you plan on opening it? Mr. Carcerato, I posed that leaving the cell would have been a piece of cake only because you had the key! I don't got no stinking key! I, didn't need one. It was a piece of cake because the door was open. Walked right out. Objection! Yes, I suppose Knight's cell was vacant by that point. There would have been no reason to lock it. It was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you finally succeeded today, it truly was unlocked because it was after the murder. But you had attempted to escape previously. Friend?
Oh, my mic was muted.
Ah.
Yeah! The security footage shows when you tried and failed because Teddy caught you.
Which was during the circus performance before the body was discovered. The holding cell was still locked at the time because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, you must have had the key to his cell on you. Without it, your escape would not have been possible.
Are you saying... Could he have really?
I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was in fact perpetrated by none other than Mr. Carcerato. He is the one who attacked the guard. Oh, shit. But not just the guard. Knight, too! All to gain possession of the guard's keys.
Bro's fucking locked in.
It wasn't me, you lousy bum! I didn't even know this Knight guy! Objection! After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion. And then you waited for the perfect moment to escape. A moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right, the moment of the show. Just before the discovery of the body. Unluckily for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend. That's right about, bitch! Says who, huh? You got proof, genius? This ain't your win yet? Nuh-uh. Knight knocked the guard out for the count, and everybody knows it. Objection! Don't play games with me! Knight was as much of a victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell. The white floor? Take that! Oh.
Fiddlesticks.
We found traces of Knight's blood on this cleanly wiped floor of his cell. What could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked? And it was you who attacked him! You ambushed the both of them and stole the keys! Why, Ayana? What's with you, huh? That newspaper wiped the blood up good! Ain't no way you should have found it!
Okay, but why did you think you had to wipe it up anyway?
If they had checked Knight in the guard's hands, they would have seen those two never came to blows. With that blood, had given up the whole game. Ain't no way they don't figure there was a third man in the ring. Plus, when they started sniffing around on the floor, they'd have found the tunnel in a heartbeat. So you wiped up the blood to buy yourself a little more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity. Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get you clear of the prison, it seems. Now hand over the keys! Right in the kisser! See ya, bitch! Nice breakdown animation. Pretty good. I'd say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. KO'd by a lousy, stinking bum. Fine, you want the keys? Here. Hope you choke on them.
Yippee.
Wait a moment. If Mr. Carsonato here had the keys...
Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory relies on Knight having used the keys he allegedly stole to escape his cell. That was the only way he would have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and be moved to the workshop. Unfortunately for you, we now know that theory cannot possibly be true!
Ah! No!
No, that's me. That's me, Justine. I'm saying no.
Guess this changes things up a bit, yeah?
Nuh-uh.
Now the only person who could have moved Knight's body is the one person who knew about that tunnel.
No! You gotta be freaking... Mr. Carcerato, you're under arrest. Come quietly now, pal. Wait, you got the wrong guy! I didn't do nothing! Alrighty, fine. I knocked those two chumps out and I stole the keys. But after that, I went right back to my cell and waited for my moment. Next time I went to Knight's cell, there was nobody around. And I mean nobody! Plus, his body was found in the workshop. You think I just magicked my way in there or something? I couldn't even have gotten out of my cell. Indeed, you only have the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell back in the prison. But Mr. Canis's dog could. What? It was not you, but Helmut, who moved the body from your cell to the workshop.
I get it now. You're saying he wasn't the only con in this conspiracy.
Ah, good one. Indeed, one can easily imagine that Mr. Carcerato and Mr. Canis might have worked together. Mr. Carcerato could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell. And then Mr. Canis's dog took him from there to the workshop. There are no restrictions on the animal's movements within the prison. Movements between the detention center and the prison proper, however, is tightly controlled. There was only one possible route, and only you could have taken advantage of it, Mr. Carcerato! Hold it! How can you be so sure, huh? Maybe there's more of them and you just don't know! Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was arduous enough. You got that right. You try scrapping more than one hole in the dirt with a spoon. Lucky for me, I didn't have to dig the whole way. Somebody already did a bunch of the work for me. What? You didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself? Nope. Found it when they put me in that cell. They're all the way from there to the wall in the yard already. Even looked down the well to check it from there. It was the same tunnel, all right. I just made good on what somebody else already started. Then, what was the original tunnel for? Who knows? You're the one with all the answers, pal. Maybe somebody else tried to break out.
Ooh, or maybe the animals dug it. Like to get water from the well or something.
I've heard of more plausible scenarios than that in B-grade movies, Kay. Well's dry, kid. Ain't no water to be had down there. Though, come to think of it, a smell. Yeah, it smelled kinda nice down there. Nice? What? Gee, I don't know. Smells sort of like dessert, I guess. A sweet scent. Oh, that sounds very familiar.
Cholera?
Where did we come across a sweet scent before? Oh, wait a minute! Take that! Detective Gumshoe noticed a sweet smell when we were examining Knight's body. With the help of a police dog, we followed the scent of the body and traced its route back to the prison. And that, Mr. Carcerato, is how we found your tunnel. Ugh. Could that same sweet scent be what you noticed coming from the well?
Very clever, Mr. Edgeworth.
It was all Missile. Give him the credit.
Well, fuck
You
that
mean
part.
to suggest that this evidence of the body having been moved through the tunnel?
I do. Furthermore, Mr. Carcerato, you are the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had access.
You have our thanks, Mr. Carcerato. Truly. Finally, the truth comes into view. Now, unburden yourself. It is time. Confess your role in this tragic incident.
What? You ain't pinning this on me! I'm glad to see that we are finally in agreement, Your Honor.
Oh, if only we were, Mr. Edgeworth.
God
Shit.
fucking damn it!
Mr. Carcerato may have been an accomplice, but not Mr. Kanans. No, he was working with Mr. Knight.
Hold it! What do you mean?
Oh my god, all these bitches do.
I do not believe that he moved Mr. Knight's body. Instead, I believe he lent Mr. Knight the use of the...
Oh my god.
You gotta be kidding me.
Me too, Kay.
Isn't this illegal to be talking about around the person you're accusing? Because wouldn't that put words in their head that they can use?
Granted, it seems likely he attacked Mr. Knight. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Mr. Knight was knocked unconscious as a result. And what if he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcerato had reached an agreement?
Imagine bro's just like, no? What the fuck are you spouting? I knocked them the fuck out?
What kind of agreement exactly?
Mr. Knight was plotting an escape which required a means of leaving his cell. And here was the present means in the form of keys Mr. Carcerato had stolen from the guard. Mr. Carcerato himself, who would need to pass through Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. Mr. Knight needed only to shout and alert the guards, and Mr. Carcerato's plans would be ruined. And so, the two struck a deal.
Hold it! Lady, the only striking I do is with my fists!
My. Still you deny it.
So, we're agreeing that we still disagree?
Mr. Knight had Mr. Casaredo locked in his cell, so when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into the cage. Mr. Saint was able to move him into the prison proper just as planned.
Somebody call her Harley Quinn because the amount of mental gymnastics that she's doing is fucking insane.
Sorry, hold on. I gotta make sure my collar's unbuttoned, I guess, so I look like a douchebag. And then he took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the dirty deed.
Objection!
Oh, okay, I can't even get one's
Watch
okay.
your
Either
words,
of you
little pal.
fucking listening?
Nuh-uh. I'm
rest-
playing Angry Bird.
I rest my case, Your Honor. The scent on Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel. It was moved from his cell to the... Okay. You know, I guess it did it to you first, so I guess it's fair.
Perhaps if you would let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay.
I am not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
Then what are you driving at?
Is this a trick question?
As you say, Mr. Edgeworth, the sweet scent shows the route the body took. However, it did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell.
I'm so shocked.
Then how did it get there? There is another one you may seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard could a body not have entered the tunnel from there?
The well in the yard? That thing.
Mr. Saint did not take the cage to the workshop. He took it outside. There he killed Mr. Knight and threw his body down the well.
Damn. Find that very funny, huh? Yeah, you flew through it
No,
well.
and in a room full of 5 people being idiots.
Do you share your bedroom with like 5 other people?
College dorm.
Oh my god. Mr. Kane's dog then dragged Mr. Knight's body here to his owner's cell from the bottom of the well. Thank you, Maya. On that note, I would ask you to recall something. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery?
The circus show, right? Regina and Simeon were performing for everyone. Wait! Simeon!
Ah, indeed. And so you see how it must have also been him who disposed of the body.
Judge Gavelle is a truly formidable opponent. She's so
Yeah,
obviously...
formidable in the same way that arguing with somebody over the age of 60 about politics is a formidable opponent.
She so effortlessly adjusted her theory. She did
She's like, what, 34?
She actually is, if I'm not mistaken, 26.
She's not 26. That's a
She is
fucking lie.
She's only
She's
3 years
not
older than I am.
26.
How is she old enough to have passed the bar
Wait,
exam,
hold on.
let
How
alone
old is
become a
How old
judge?
is Wiener? How old is Wiener?
Hang on,
17, right?
He's like 17, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
they're only like
How
9
old is
ages. They're only
13?
9 years apart,
17.
bro.
We have a
Oh wait,
lot
we've already met Lang. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he showed up one scene.
Lang 27.
27.
How old's the Prince? 37.
Frank's... Damn, Frank, you
47.
old.
A lot of sevens.
24. How old is the fucker Fender?
36.
How old is Knight?
24.
He's not fucking 24. How old is Kay? Like
okay,
16?
17. All right. She's so obviously.
And how old is the guy?
Everyone is
Carcerado?
babies. We get it. She so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts. What an intelligent move! Completely backpedaling.
That's a nice theory,
I
Senator.
propose that
Care to-
Mr. Knight
care to
was
back it up
taken
with some
to the
evidence?
yard, not the workshop.
My evidence is that I made it the
We
fuck
have
up!
established Mr. Saint was off stage for 15 minutes. Ample time to throw the body down the well, I'm sure you would agree.
Objection! Your deduction is impressive, Your Honor. However, even supposing that the knight's body was indeed thrown down the well, you cannot conclusively say that it was during the show. It could have happened at a different time.
Overruled! My sympathies, Mr. Edgeworth, but it's not. It simply could not have.
What?
Mr. Casarado was using the
Fingerprints?
tunnel around the time the show began.
There's no fingerprints on the weapon!
Mr. Casarado, did you happen to trip over a corpse while you were down there?
No. Place was clean. God.
If the body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began, Mr. Casarado would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing. Which makes it somewhat difficult to support your theory. Furthermore, Mr. Knight's body was discovered in the workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show, tell me, who else would have done that but Mr. Saint?
No!
What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
She's the fucking gaslight queen. I can't beat her. If the body did indeed enter the tunnel from the well, things don't look good for Mr. Saint. Still. Your Honor, your theory is still just that. A theory. And I posit that you'd lack the evidence to back it up.
I concede that for the moment, I do.
May I suggest that we investigate the guard again?
Very well. May the goddess of justice go with you.
Now then, to the yard. Perhaps we can finally put this case to rest. It's getting really stuffy in here. There's a lot of people.
You're telling me.
What the fuck? The hell is that?
Oh, my
happened?
misophonia! My
Yikes.
misophonia.
Fire!
Is
Not
somebody
Aeropro, by the way.
Is somebody else escape? Starkey's gone. Should we maybe Oh, there you are.
Yep. Should we maybe skip down too?
Hold it. Who's the fuck said hold it? Oh.
Hold it! Darlings, please, there's nothing to be alarmed about. By which I mean, that's not an alarm, it's the dinner bell. Although I suppose it is rather alarming if you aren't used to it.
It certainly scared the hell out of me.
I'm so sorry, sweet pea. I hope you can forgive us.
Never.
Right, you two, back to your posts. Chop chop. And as for you, Rocco Carcerato, it's time you went back to your room.
Ugh. Fine, I get the picture. Come on, Teddy. We're out of here.
See you later, Buttles.
We're out of here. Fades out of existence. Fucking,
Yeah, I gotta go.
fucking
My planet
mystery,
needs me.
mystery man.mp3 plays.
Beat us up, Scuttle.
Warden Lagarde, we'd like to take one more look around the yard now.
Oh, darlings, don't you have homes of your own to go to? Visiting hours are over, I'm afraid. Tomorrow.
No! No! It's imperative that you investigate it right away!
I think we've had quite enough excitement for one day, don't you? Murderers, escapees, so eventful. Wow, voice crack. It's time our guests went home to Betty Pies, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. Come on now, darling. Don't make me bore you with all that. I am the warden. This is an order nonsense.
Yeah, well, I got a judge. Just top that.
Warden. Warden Lagrange is right.
Shit!
Her word is law here, and we must respect her wishes.
Now you're being
It's not
subservient? Come on! Like, this is one time we could have teamed up! Ow!
Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation of the yard will have to wait until tomorrow.
Wait till tomorrow!
You may keep your badge for now. The matter of your standing can wait. I bid you all good day. Why did I fucking imagine her doing that?
Later, loser.
Yeah, no one was even missing you. I don't even...
What are you waiting for, kittykins? Off you go.
Don't call me that. Oh. Fine! At least they're easy tomorrow for me.
What does that mean, Edgeworth? What were you gonna do if you lost your badge there, Edgeworth? Hey, Edgeworth.
I was going to kill myself, that's what!
Edgeworth.
Judge Gavel believes that Knight's body was dropped down the well, and then taken through Mr. Carcerato's cell to the workshop. But if that's truly the case, do the facts really support her theory? She also seems to believe Mr. Saint had to be the one to move the body. But was he really the one with the opportunity to do so?
Edgeworth, tomorrow's another day. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way to save Simeon. I know we will.
Yes, we will. I will prove that Mr. Saint is innocent, beyond a shadow of a doubt!